Hi everybody, this is Diane. I am going to start working on some Halloween journals, hopefully tomorrow, but I'm going to get a head start today and do some tags for my video for today. Today's Sunday. I have just a little bit of time this afternoon. I was supposed to go to a family reunion and I ended up not going. So, because I really wanted to clean this room up and I just have had so much on my plate. I felt like I couldn't do one more thing. So I did some tidying, but I want to do a video today that will be posted tomorrow to my channel. So I'm doing these tags today. I'm going to make these tags based off of an idea I saw on Pinterest. So I'm just going to try these and hope they work. These are kind of small for what I wanted to do. What I was hoping to use. We're going to try it, even though they're small. So, these are my Tim Holtz Halloween stamps, and they came in 4 sets together, so they're downsized. So the original set of these Halloween stamps was larger, which would probably work better. Oops, I already have that. I think it's time to clean my stamp blocks. So I'm stamping or inking this up with my Stays On black ink. And I am just going to stamp it, make sure it's on the right side of the stamp, or the tag. And now I'm going to stamp it on a piece of coffee dyed paper. Now my ink pads are to my left, and so is my tripod. So I'm just going to bring it a little closer and try to find the colors that I want. I'm going to color this with my ink pads, and I'll show you how I do that. I don't know if I have a gray ink. So what color do I want to color that skull? How about purple? I have Elegant Eggplant. So here's my stamp pad. I'm going to press down on the lid, trying to make it touch the ink inside. So when I open it up, I do have ink on the lid. Now I'm going to take my paintbrush, wet it, and just take some of this color. I don't want it to be too dark, so I guess I'll make sure there's lots of water on that. And I'll spray this too so that I can do that because it's waterproof ink. It stays on. That will help dilute the paint some more. Blot it off a little bit. I want another color too, but what color do I want? Just looking at what I have here. I do have Sahara Sand. I don't think that'll show up. It's kind of a gray color, but I think it's really too light. It's hard to know how to paint a skeleton, isn't it? I'll just go with, oh sorry, Midnight Muse, a dark blue. And I think this is, yeah, this is more of a spongy, foamy pad instead of a felt pad. That's their newer pads. Maybe I don't want to brush that big. Just add a little bit of blue to the crossbones, maybe to the shadow inside the eye socket. Just to have a little contrasting color. And just going to do a little bit of some color for the background. Maybe I'll do the Sahara sand for that. No, I'll do soft suede. And now I have to let that dry. So you don't know what I'm going to do with this yet. But I'm going to let it dry and I'm going to do another one. I have this tombstone. Another thing you can do if you don't have a lot of colors of ink pads, you can take your markers. I've got my Stampin' Up! Markers right here. I used to keep a plastic lid like from food packaging, like a margarine container or something. I used to have one of those up here, but I don't anymore. But you can take any plastic. So I can actually do it on my this, you know, my this. So you can take your markers. This one's black, I think. I don't have gray. They do have a gray marker and ink, but I don't have it. Oh wait, what's this? It's a blue. Bordering blue, but it's a grayish color. So I'm going to take that and just scribble it on my little craft mat. That's what it's called. I'm not going to dilute that a lot because it's already pretty pale in color. You can use any kind of watercolor or paint that you want to use here. Colored pencils, whatever. Just put some color on your image. And now I will add some black to it. Whoop, that's blue. Here's the black. I don't want to get too opaque because I want the lines from the stamp to show through. That was too much color. So if that happens, can see I have too much color, too much water there. So I'm going to grab a little bit of paper towel and just let it soak it up. Take some of this blue color that I put on there accidentally. And then mix some of the blue with the black. Just want to get a slight variation of colors here. And this one has more water on it than I want again. And I know that the cross would be made out of concrete too, but I'm gonna put a little bit of a lighter color on it. I'm not even gonna paint it, I'm just gonna color it in with my marker. And now I'm going to use this color to do the background, and this is Summer Starfruit. I think it was one of Stampin' Up's in colors. They every season they have, I think twice a year, they put out a new bunch of I think it's 6 in colors, and they keep them for 2 years, I think, but there's an overlap, so they always have 2 sets of in colors. One is the one that's been there for a year, and one that's, or 2 years, and one that's new, and then one drops out and a new one comes in. So they give you plenty of time to get the colors you want. They have markers and the ink pads and cardstock, and then they have embellishments to go with those colors also, and some of the pattern papers. The pattern papers for Stampin' Up match the markers that they have, and ink pads and stuff. So in their catalog they'll show you a pad of paper, a set of paper that all goes together, and then they'll just have a note there of which cardstocks match, or which ink colors match their pattern papers. So it takes a lot of the guesswork out of doing projects. I sound like an advertisement for Stampin' Up, but I'm just talking to fill in space while I color that in. Okay, maybe that's dry enough now. So I'm going to take my little skull here, just tear it out. It's still wet, so it tears easily. It's still damp. And tear across the top so I have a rough edge there. So now what I'm going to do is just tear it in half, or not quite in half, and then I would line it up so that it lines up with the black and white image that, or craft in black image that I have here, and I would glue that on there just for some interest. Do I want to tear more? I think I do. Just for something different. So it's kind of subtle. If you had a white tag or a whiter tag, it would show up more, but this is very subtle. And I want to stamp some stuff on the background before I glue that down. So I have some other stamps here It's just a collage stamp. Which one do I have? Yeah, I have this one. And I don't think I want to do it in black, or my dark stays on brown. I wonder if soft suede would even show up. I do want it to be subtle. Yeah, it shows up. And then I'll just take one of these label stamps and stamp it up there. I think I should have something down here too, though. What other stamps did I bring over here? Oh, I just have some splotches. I can do that. Put some splotches on there. This set is from Stampin' Up. It's called Gorgeous Grunge. It's no longer in the catalog. You might be able to find it on eBay or something. I'm still using the soft suede. And I will use black for this little label. I already inked around the edges of the tag before I turned the camera on using the walnut stain ink because it's darker on the craft. Try to not let my workspace shrink so much this time. Now I have to make sure I line this up properly. I think that looks good. I think when this dries it will be lighter because it is still damp, and so it'll show up more that it's a separate piece of paper. And then I brought in with me my fibers that I bought at the flea market last week. To top the tag off with. Okay, there's one tag completed. Now, where are we on the other? Okay, here we have this. It's still a little wet, so let's move on. We have 4 different Tim Holtz stamps. We have a spider web and a bat left to do. But now you can see where I'm going with these because I did one complete tag, so if you don't want to watch the whole video, it's fine. However, before you go away, please give the video a thumbs up. If you liked it. This would probably work better with different theme too, so you would use brighter colors and then the paper that you paint would show up more if the colors were brighter. But, you know, it's Halloween, so the colors can be subtle and that's fine. Okay. Oh, I didn't stamp the spider. Feeling like I want to do some orange though for Halloween, so I think the spider's going to have some orange in the background. A purple spider body and orange. I want to close, well, I can use the purple. Purple on the web. Oh, it goes this way because it says web upside down there. Now it's right side up. Now when I add the orange, of course the orange and the purple would run together if they're wet, so I'm going to let that purple dry a little bit at least. And I'm going to give the bat a purple body. Oh, I am completely out of your view. I apologize. I zoomed in and then lost where I'm supposed to be. So I think I'm done with the purple and I'm going to just dry this up a little so I can close it. Now, I have an orange color. I have Tangelo Twist and I have Pumpkin Pie. I think I should use Pumpkin Pie. I think the Tangelo Twist would be brighter, but I think this is more Halloween-y. Maybe. We'll see. Didn't have much color on the lid there. Put some more on probably. I didn't wet this paper before I started painting on it because I didn't want to dilute the colors too much more. And I'll put a lighter blue behind the bat, I think. see what not quite navy looks like. Yeah, that's a good color. Oh, darn it. I'm sorry. Did it again. Thumbs down for me. I'm just adding a little darker color right around the outside of the bat, the outline of the bat. It's the same color, it's more concentrated. I lost some of the purple on the spider when I went over it with orange, so I'm going to put some more purple on there. We have our images colored. We have our images stamped on the tags. Perhaps I should have done this the other way, so I'd be tearing off this more boring part. But I'll tear this part off. So now I want to stamp something on the background. Put a label on here. I thought this label looked gothic maybe, but it might be too big. So let's go with this one. I don't know who made these labels. They're not Stampin' Up, I don't think. This one is. I don't know, maybe they are. I don't remember. See what else I have in here I might want to use. That flourish might be good for a gothic look. I've been out of frame again? Now it's got words here I can line up. It'll help me get it in the right place. I'll add the fibers all at the end so I don't have to clean up all the spidery fragments. So that's 2. And I did stamp it upside down. I just keep thinking the spider belongs down here. So this is going to be stamped upside down. That's okay. If I had it this way, I'd have to tear the spider off anyway. Okay, I want each background to be different. That's kind of a cool border right there. This one. I just inked my thumb. I'm going to go back to this stamp, I think, this label. Looks like my glue's moldy. Picked up some color somewhere. One more. I'm not sure if I want to use that or not. I'm going to practice on something. So I'm just inking this little square. I certainly don't want just a square on that, so I'm just going to try to roll that just to put a little pattern on the tag. Let's try it. I mean, I can always stamp another tag if I have to. Right side up, maybe. Oh no, this is the one. This is not the one that's upside down. There. Sorry, that was my Galaxy tablet making noise next to me. It's notifying me of something. I haven't figured out what all those notification sounds are. I have it on my crafting table, usually on the other table, while I'm crafting. If I don't have a video on, I'll have a video playing, YouTube video playing. What I mean to say is if I'm not making a video, I will have a YouTube video playing on that sometimes. Sometimes I listen to music, sometimes I listen to a podcast, but anyway, usually that tablet is sitting on my crafting table, so even when it's off and I'm doing the video, it gives those notification sounds. I'll put this one down here. It's nice when the drivers going by share their music with us, she said sarcastically. So, we now have 4 tags, and all I have to do is put the yarn in. Sorry, I was just checking my watch to see. I made a longer video than I planned, so I was just seeing how much time I had here. I'm good. So tomorrow's Labor Day. Labor Day weekend sale is still going on in my shop. Thank you for those of you who have gone over there and made some purchases. Help me get some things moved out. So obviously I can't mail anything tomorrow, but I'll probably mail some. I had some previous orders too, so I'll probably mail some Tuesday and some Wednesday. But the sale is everything in the shop is 20% off if you spend $20. And I guess there's a code. I don't know. It's an Etsy. The Etsy set up the sale. All I had to do was participate. But I noticed that there's a code in those that did order, so I am assuming you have to put that code in. I don't know, but I'm sure that it will instruct you. I tried to order something. I'm sorry, I am just not doing this great because I zoomed in so you could see the close-up work. So I'm going to zoom out better now. Anyway, I tried to order something from my shop, just to click on something and see what it said to me. But it said, wait, you can't order from your own shop. It's like, Okay, okay. Oh. Wait a minute here. These are 2 yarns threaded together. I thought I cut one. Maybe I didn't. I don't know how many Halloween books I'm going to make. I'm going to make at least one. I have to go through my collected supplies of Halloween stuff and see how much I have. Basically, I'm just doing it so I can use up my digital images that I printed that are left from last year. I had quite a few left and they're really cool. And I can't put them in a journal kit, so I'm going to make a journal. So I don't know if it'll be 1 or 2 journals, but we have 4 tags. We have a bat and a spider in a web and a tombstone and a skull and crossbones. So thanks for crafting with me on this quiet Sunday afternoon. I needed a quiet day today. And I'll be back with another video tomorrow. Bye-bye.